So I'm back at the laundromat where I filmed my first video, I guess, a couple months ago now, or maybe two and a half, something like that. I think it was mid-October when I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and film this video while I was waiting for the clothes to be done. We're in the Midwest, so we don't live here permanently. We're here quite often for work, so sometimes I have to come to the laundromat or do laundry in the hotel because we're here for a couple weeks at a time usually. Anyway, so there's just some downtime, and this was where I filmed my first video and really thought like, okay, this is it, and was committed to doing a video a week after that, which didn't really happen. I think I ended up with 6 videos before the year end. But anyways, this year I'm using that new year energy and decided that I would commit to one video a week, at least for the first 12 weeks of the year. And then I'll kind of reassess when I get there and kind of see if that's working or if I need to adjust it one way or another for the next, quarter, I guess. And I actually did film a video on Monday, and then worked on it a little bit on Tuesday, and then yesterday I published it on YouTube, and felt very proud that I got it done, within a couple days. And so today I figured I would go ahead and do another one. I'd wanted this little series of me rambling about nothing much, but trying to get comfortable on camera, trying to learn a couple lessons about myself and about simplicity and perfectionism and some different things. So I figured I would go ahead and film another one, because I can do more than one video a week. But so yeah, I guess today in particular, I noticed that this morning I got distracted. I've been working on being a little better about prioritizing, about removing distractions, about really trying to find focus, what's important each day, and having attainable things that, what is it that would make today a win for me, and trying to let go of the, hustle culture mindset, or that you have to just nonstop go at it, to feel that you did enough that day. And it's been really good. I mean, I think, case in point is, that started Monday, and by Wednesday I had a video published. And so I think, today that didn't really happen. And I think it was a little bit because, like distractions, I think it's that thing, like if they're too easy, if you find that you're doing them, then they may be too easy to get into or to explore or to get distracted by. But so I've been thinking about that a lot, and at one point I realized, like, oh my gosh, it's been a couple hours and I didn't do what I was doing. Emails came in, and I just kind of started handling that, and then I was like, oh, I need to do laundry, but I should go work out, and just kind of him hung around. And then when I opened up YouTube, I started watching some videos, and next thing I know, it had been some time. I've been on a social media break for a while, so I haven't. I've kind of forgotten how easy it is to get to go down rabbit holes of doom scrolling or whatnot, and that happened a little bit. But when I realized that, I just really tried to stop everything I was doing. I closed the computer, closed my phone, and just took a couple minutes, took a couple deep breaths, tried to observe what had happened. I wasn't upset with myself. I just said, oh, I've noticed that I've gotten off track. I need to reset my nervous system. Instead of sometimes normally if that would happen, I just almost like keep fumbling forward and never stop to figure out, never stop to adjust or reassess or anything like that. And it kind of builds and spirals, and I begin a mental spiral, and can get really hard on myself, and then it becomes almost paralyzing. Anyways, I'm trying to work on not doing that, and so I just took a couple deep breaths, took a couple minutes of just sitting there, just coming back to my body basically, or just trying to reset this nervous system and then figure out, okay, what is the most important? Did I do my thing to move the needle on YouTube today? Um, and what else would I want to do with my day? I have therapy, so I have to kind of um, set aside a little time. So I have what I can do before and what I can do after. And so I just kind of was like, I think I'll instead of doing laundry in the hotel, I felt like I just needed to get out of the hotel. Um, and so I was like, well, I'll go do laundry, get that started, and while I have some time, while one of the loads is in the wash, I would just go ahead and film a video. Because I think I could get this video up by the end of the week. Tomorrow I could get it posted, and that would be 2 videos this week, and almost where I can, once I get to 10, I'll let myself move on to other things. It's just kind of a practice that I'm doing and trying to even hold myself back a little bit. Everything in me is wanting to move forward, but I sometimes get too focused on what the possibilities of what could be next instead of consistency. And right now I'm really, really, really trying to work on being consistent, showing up, being here. And so that's what this is. There's not much more to it. It's just me showing up again this week. And I'm going to continue to do this. Like I said, you know, 1 video a week is I must do, and I'm even understanding that, or trying to prepare myself for, if there is a week where there's a lot of distractions or my energy is low or it's just off a little bit, that I instead of not doing something, is like trying to do this like simplicity ladder, like go down a step, just do something quicker and easier. And if that is still hard, like go down a step, just continue to kind of like go down a step until I can actually do it. The consistency is what's important, not how high I am on the ladder or how good something is. Not many people watching this anyways. So this is my time to like figure things out and learn and practice, and that's what I'm doing. So it's all I'm worrying about, which is kind of hard sometimes, or all I'm trying to focus on, which is hard for me sometimes. I'm wanting to run forward and start, and I get excited about the other thing. And quite often what happens is I get so excited to go for the other thing, and that thing ends up, because I didn't have a clear plan or whatever, I can get excited and move forward, and then I veered off the path that I was on. And so I'm trying to keep myself just being consistent. I'm building a habit right now. I'm not trying to teach anything or make any really great cinematic video or anything like that. I'm just trying to build the habit of doing this. I want this to feel normal for me. I want it to get comfortable. I'm still working on like the most simple process of getting it onto my computer, getting it a little tidied up, and then putting it onto YouTube. Just trying to get that system going, and so that eventually I can start working up a ladder. But right now I'm just trying to get really good at being on this first step of the ladder, which is just being consistent, just being on camera, and putting it online where anybody could see it if they wanted to, and that vulnerability, those things I've talked about that I'm working through. So yeah, I think I went on past where I thought I was about to stop. So anyway, this is me showing up, this is me being committed, and hope to see you again next week. Thanks.